Hello YouTube, welcome to my Nocturne guide. And the reason why I made this, because I asked my viewers what they would like to see, and I've seen a lot of Nocturne enjoyers, so let's get to it. Runes. So basically you can see here that on Nocturne you should go Little Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and on Domination, Sudden Impact, Ultimate Hunter. Why is that? First of all, Little Tempo. Little Tempo because Nocturne Q gives you bonus AD, so if you hit your Q, the more you hit them, the better it is, and especially with Nocturne because it is so easy to stack Little Tempo. And Triumph speaks for itself, the only viable rune. Alacrity, attack speed, super OP. Haste isn't as strong. Why Coup de Grace? Because most of the times you're gonna kill people. Sometimes people like to go last stand, but I personally think it's not that good because most of the times you're just killing people without actually you being that low. So Coup de Grace recommended. Why Ultimate Hunter? Every single time you get a kill, you get cooldown reduction, and if you play Nocturne, you're ultra reliant. So it's self-explanatory. Sudden Impact because the ultimate is dash, it helps you deal extra damage. And as for the mini runes, you want to go attack speed, adaptive force, and scaling health. Let's now go to the next one. Builds. So I'll be showing you 3 builds. 1 is a teamfight build, 2 is a side lane build, and 3 is Assassin 1v9 build. Let's start with the teamfight build. It is the classic Stridebreaker into Hexblade, Black Cleaver, or Starox. And 5th, you can go Guardian Angel. Now let's go to the side lane build. And the side lane build is basically, first of all you go Experimental Hexblade, then you go Kraken Slayer, then you can go Death Stance, and then Black Cleaver or Starox. So I wanna highlight this build a little bit. I would say this build is good if you actually want to have a bit more impact and kill people. And by buying Experimental Hexblade and Kraken Slayer, you will actually have, first of all, your ultimate off cooldowns very fast. And you will basically have as well very good 1v1 / side lane power, because Kraken Slayer, especially with Little Tempo, is really strong. And now let's go through the Assassin 1v9 build, which is Axiom Arc, Profane, Edge of Night, and Cyrildas. So I would recommend this build not at all, unless you're in super high elo, and even then I personally think that you usually want to go for the teamfight build or for the side lane build, and that's like a good balance of both, where you're still a little bit tanky and you're very useful. Whereas Assassin build is like, yeah, it can work if you want to just perma kill people on the side lane and you can't teamfight at all, but why not just go for the middle, which is the side lane build, the Experimental Hexblade, Kraken into Death Stance, Black Cleaver, if you really want to carry, you know? So most of the times I would recommend teamfight build or the side lane build. Spacing. So why is spacing so important? If you have Little Tempo and you're playing Nocturne and usually you're chasing people, spacing is important. Look at this. When I'm hitting Irelia here, I'm hitting, moving, hitting, moving, hitting, moving, hitting, moving, hitting, moving, hitting, moving. You want to make sure you know the cooldown of your alt attack, and as you get more Little Tempo stacks, you want to be able to hit him consistently without waiting with your alt attacks. So now I'll show you how to learn that. Okay, look at this example here. Especially with Nocturne, if you have Little Tempo, your attack speed changes based off you hitting people. So as you hit people more, your attack speed increases. So what do you have to practice? You have to practice hit, move, and without standing still too long. So you can see here I'm smoothly hitting it without waiting for too long, right? But now let's put it one level higher. I'm gonna hit move a lot faster. You see I'm canceling alt attack here sometimes? Like, yeah, now, okay, it's really difficult for me to do because I know how to do it, but if you are really good at spacing, you will not cancel alt attack like this. So you can actually test your limit by seeing how often you cancel your alt attack. If you want to deal more damage and be more efficient, you have to practice this. So look, from 0 attack speed, a lot of people would do this. They would stand still for a bit, hit it. That's terrible. You do not want that. You want to hit it, move, and do it at the perfect timing. Make sure to practice this and you will become better at it. QW usage. So if you play Nocturne, you might be wondering, Kirei, when should I use my Q? Very simple. Right before you land onto the enemy team, but I'll show you one secret trick, okay? Where should you put your Q? I'll show you exactly where you should put your Q, and the most important location, okay? And no one actually does this, or almost no one. Only the professionals do this. And even the professionals don't do this always. Pay attention. The moment I press my ultimate on the Draven, I'm gonna press my Q to where he clicks. So I'll pause, okay? I'm gonna pause right now. Do you see where Draven is clicking? Draven is clicking this direction. So guess where I'm pressing my Q? I'll press my Q right here where he's moving towards to. So you should pay attention to your opponent and cue the direction where he is. And when do you want to press your Q? Well, right here. When you're just about to jump on him, you want to press your Q. This is the perfect timing. And why do you want to do that? Because you get extra AD on your Q. So your ult deals extra damage. So you should practice in custom game, like right before you land on the target, press your Q and where they're clicking towards. So now, of course, as I'm going on this target, you now want to, of course, W their crowd control. So Nami has now used his Q. I cancel it with my W. So every single time you play Nocturne, you should be thinking, okay, what is really important to use W for? And it's usually crowd control. So make sure to think like that, okay? I'll remind it once again. Q right before you jump on them. As well, Q towards the direction they're clicking. And with W, just use it on their crowd control. E usage. So this is the most common mistake as well people make on Nocturne, which is E usage. So let's take a look here. Jhin has flash. And because he has flash, most Nocturne players auto-attack. Wrong. Do not auto-attack unless you're literally on top of them. If you're not on top of them, do not auto-attack. So let's take a look here. I'm going on a Jhin, doing exactly like right before I land, using Q. And then I use Q on the location where he is moving, right? So now I auto-attack him because I am on top of him. If I was not on top of him, I would not auto-attack because if he walks and flashes, I wouldn't get him. So now you see that I'm spacing very good and I'm staying on top of him. And of course, pressing W on crowd control. But basically, by staying on top of the enemy team and auto-attacking only if you're literally on top of them, even if he were to flash, he would not be able to escape. And this is how you want to review if you play Nocturne and see what went wrong. And if you do that, trust me, if you land your Q properly, if you use your W on the right timings, and use your E so they cannot flash it out, trust me, you're good to go. So now let's go to the game parts. Alrighty, in this game, we will be covering pre-6, after 6, and mid-game. So you can see in the text here what I look at before 6, after 6, and in mid-game. So now let's take a look at what we're doing pre-6. So in this game here, okay, let's start with draft a bit. And it is very crucial that before the game starts, you want to look at the following. Which lane is the highest value to ultimate? And what is the enemy abilities that I should look to press W on? So let's take a look in this game, okay? So this game, basically, I'm playing Nocturne. And as you can see, I have a Lux mid lane, Jhin, and Morgana on the bot lane. So what is my thought process right now? So basically, depending on the draft, I want to decide what to do. But in this draft, I am basically playing against the following, which I'll be showing you very soon when enemy laners come onto laning phase. This is a game I played, so I'm doing voiceover, so it's easier to explain how to play Nocturne, okay? But basically, Sylas mid lane, Irelia top lane, Draven, AD carry. Their jungler is, I kind of forgot, but whatever. Nami is their support, okay? But basically, looking at this draft, what's a high value lane to ultimate? Which lane benefits the most? It's definitely bot lane. Why is that? If I shut down Draven, Draven is not getting to play the game. Top lane is nice if I can help him. However, it's not guaranteed, right? Me killing Irelia will still be able to kill my Queen. But making a Draven fall behind, that champ usually becomes not that useful. So, first habit on Nocturne pre-6. The moment I finish 3 camps, enemy jungle finish 3 camps. So as Nocturne, your goal is to full clear. So as I finish 3 camps here, okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking mid lane. I'm looking, okay, how volatile is it? I'm looking bot lane. Look at your HPs. They're super low. Even then, I am not helping them. And you see how I'm pinging? Okay, there's the ward here. I paid attention to wards, okay? I saw enemy Sylas put down a ward there. But one thing I really want to highlight here is that I'm just thinking, okay, what can the enemy jungle do here, you know? And if I think he cannot do anything, I would just ping my laners back. And of course, a wonderful start, my laners died already. But you can see here, as I'm farming, I'm not doing too much. As I'm doing my 5th camp, I'm now thinking, okay, how's mid lane priority? How's top lane priority? Because usually after your full clear, you will want to go for the bot crab. So if you have no top and mid priority, guess what? If you know enemy jungler might have maybe went towards the top side, it's not your business to go there. This is more jungle fundamentals, but this is the last jungle fundamental you'll hear. We will just talk about Nocturne and Nocturne only, okay? But anyway, right now as I'm going for the top crab here, okay? You see here that, well, I'm getting the Krabby Patty, nothing too crazy, okay? Now I see the Diana and I'm like, hold up, I win this. Nocturne wins against Diana 1v1. So here I'm flashing on him. I made one small mistake here, which is that I use my E right now, but I should have used my E when I'm a bit close to him. The Q here gives me extra movement speed. You see, 500 movement speed? That is not normal movement speed, guys. But basically I could just keep running on him, use my E maybe right here, and my fear would be able to connect here. But he flashed it out, and he didn't get feared. So now I'm fighting, nothing too crazy. You can always pause the video and then rewatch the fight if you want to. But basically right here you can see I'm waiting for my cooldowns. The moment my cooldowns come back up, I fight again. And now of course this guy is dying here. And of course after you get a kill, what do you want to do? Remember, you want to full clear again. And Silas here is trying something funny. So I'm making sure that I just, you know, kill him if I can. So now, I'm basing. Crucial part now. Nocturne pre-6, what do you want to do? Jungle track. Do you see how I'm pinging instantly? Ding, ding, ding. I'm basically warning my laners, yo, Diana probably going towards the bot side, and I cannot match him. So usually what happens is that if you're down tempo on Nocturne, that's fine, but make sure to communicate that, and only help your laners if it's convenient. If it's not convenient, don't go out of your way. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, okay? I'm just farming, nothing too crazy, and I really want to highlight something. Do you see how my mid laner here is getting, like, you know, jumped on? And you see his HP right now? It's super low, right? You see his HP? I couldn't give a shit. I'm just farming here. And as long as he can farm, I'm a happy man. If he cannot farm, it is what it is. You see how he's getting jumped on here? I was like, F it, I'm not even gonna help him, you know? Because me not farming my camps is delaying my level 6. It looks f***ed up. Imagine every single time your lane f***s up, are you gonna help them? Of course not. So instead, I just full clear my camps, making sure my camps are respawning at a very good time, and making sure that I get 6 as soon as possible. So you saw the Diana here. I mean, previously he showed on the bot side, didn't get shit. But now let's take a look. Simply by me full clearing, knowing as well top is volatile and bot is volatile, I'm moving onto the top side here. And I'm going to try to kill Aurelia because I have no business. Here he could have run away if he wanted to. He got a bit cocky, a bit regarding champion mastery. I'll show you the following. But basically, you can see here, I'm not using Q instantly. Why is this? Because I don't know where he's going to go. So I use my E first. And when he's feared, then I use my Q. But honestly, I did not expect him to jump that way. But regardless, even though I missed my Q, he still got cooked. And of course, the thing you watch a bit is like spacing, right? Like, look. Basically right here, I'm spacing. I'm like hitting him, moving him, hitting, moving, hitting, moving. And there's not much waiting time. So that's something you really want to practice. Hit, move, hit, move, hit, move. So now I'm level 6. Now it changes. Now we're after 6. What do I want to do after 6? Ult the target. That's important to you, your win condition. And whenever ult is down, keep farm till it's up, and jungle track. And no ult is no forced play. Whenever you have no ultimate, it's not like you can't make a play. You can make a play, but you don't want to force it. Because taking your camps, having them off cooldown is very important. Look here, I mean, I'm just checking my range. Same thing here. I Q his direction, making sure I land it right before I jump and kill him. Wonderful. What do I do now? Full clear, jungle track. But do you see here how like now I'm at the point where I just wanna jungle track, nothing else. I have no ultimate for 100 seconds. I just wanna jungle track, nothing else. I'm farming, you can see, I'm just burg chilling. And I'm just trying to ping my laners play safe. Do you see as well how I use my ultimate on the bot lane? And the grubbies are spawning in 50 seconds. If you play Nocturne and you decided to use your ultimate for something for a kill, and you could not take the objective instantly, give it. Look here. Oh, here as well. Okay, here in this case, I do help my looks. Why is this? It's pretty convenient. I'm literally around. And now I know he's going to jump onto him. Because I know he's going to jump onto my looks, I'm like, well, why not pick up a free kill? This is just laner psychology, something I cover in my early game courses, just understanding how laners think. If you know how to think, you can abuse them. But now I continue my full clear. Do you see here though how like I could maybe contest the gribbies here and run straight there? I did not give a shit. Why is that? If enemy jungler takes like 2 gribbies and leaves and I can get the last one, I don't care, man. I'd much rather respawn my camps. The moment my ultimate comes up, instantly use it. So you can see here, I'm just farming, waiting for my ultimate. You see my Quinn is fucking with him, but I'm like, sure man, you do you, I'll just farm. You see, and I'm just getting item parts by item. And now, okay, boom, I have ultimate again, same thing. Who is the highest value target? Is Draven. So now I'm rushing towards bot side. I know where the Diana is. I'm up tempo on him because look, he basically took the grubbies and he's down tempo. And now I'm up tempo with good items. So any fight, I'll take. So one thing I really want to highlight here. Always, of course, check your range with your ult. You can hover your mouse on it. And now, same thing. As I go on him, okay, if he's clicking like, let's say, this direction, I want to make sure, okay, because my angle is a bit weird, I want to use my Q here somewhere, okay? But right before I jump on him, you see, the Q came on top of him. And then, of course, you don't want to auto-attack. That is something I really want to highlight. If he has a dash or flash, I just QE. Look, a QE. You see, I'm not even auto-attacking. I instantly walk onto him, knowing he has flash, so my E doesn't disappear. So now, of course, what do? And the ultimate, one job. Jungle track, 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 jungle track. Nothing else. Let's play forward. I'm just farming, and I see Drake in 10 seconds. When Drake is in 10 seconds, of course, I would love to get it, but if my ultimate is down, well, it do be like that. That's life, right? So I'm just clearing my camps, seeing what I can do. And ideally, you want to actually use your ultimate and get an objective, but it's fine to feed yourself in the early game and then get the future Drakes. Oh, let's take a look at the skirmish, okay? You can always pause the video and rewatch it, but what I'm doing right now, look, you see how I'm not instantly using ultimate, I'm waiting a bit? Because look, I have cooldowns. Cooldowns and everything. I'm not gonna trade alt attacks here. I'm gonna wait as long as I can, okay? And then, the moment my cooldowns are coming a bit closer, I'm like, okay, time to ult in. And here, I mean, I just E him, space a bit, alt attack. And do you see how OP little tempo here is? Bro, like, little tempo with extra damage on Q, balanced. You know, look, I lost, dude, it's like I got 60 AD from my Q, you know? How crazy is that? And now you see I got 2 kills, I'm completely fine giving the Drake. All I have to do is jungle track. Same thing, I have no ultimate, no ult, no force play. Here, I should ping my laners back. I pinged them way too late back. So what do? I just take the enemy camps. After I take enemy camps, I press base, ultimate again in 8 seconds. And guess what? The moment I have my ultimate, I'll ult him. If I see anyone overextend, boom. I just kill him. You see how I'm like just walking, making sure they get feared? Very important. No ult, what do? I continue my full clear. And, okay, let's say hypothetically. Let's say I have my item power spike here. Would I base? No. I have no ultimate. It's like Rengar. No ultimate, full clear. There's a fight here. No force play. I have no ultimate. 2v2 when my mid lane is dead. Not gonna fight it. You see, I'm like, you know what? I'm chilling. But I see my Queen coming here. And because my Queen is here, I kill him. And then I continue full clear. And then one job, jungle track. However, Diana died here on the bot side. So no need for jungle tracking. And you can see I'm just taking all my camps. And now the crucial part. Look, I have ultimate. And the objective is spawning very soon. So considering the objective is spawning very soon, I guess I'm just killing this guy. I see this guy overextend. I'm like, alright boy. One thing I want to highlight here as well. Did you see I used my W on his crowd control? There, the Irelia used his W, you see? Or his E, sorry. I pressed W on his E, making sure I'm not getting CC'd. So I'm always thinking about what can CC me, and I'm making sure I'm not getting CC'd. But you see here, even though I have like 2k gold, if I see someone really int, sure, I'll kill him. But otherwise, I would usually base and spend my gold. Anyway, no ultimate. What's my job? Simple. Identify what the next objective is, and jungle track. Right now, I'm making sure my laners aren't dying. If you're wondering why am I going this build, I personally like the alternator into Kraken if I want to have more carry potential. It's just personal preference. Someone in my Twitch chat told me it's good. I tried it. Kraken first didn't feel good, but I think alternator into Kraken is actually good. You should try it out. But yeah, right now, same thing. I have no ultimate. I just jungle track. And I just keep farming. Is it that simple? And now look as well. This is the replay you've seen on my, champion mastery thing. But look, I ping on the way because I'm about ultimate. I Q right before. I W the bubble. Dead. Perfect. If I can't get anything... Oh, we killed him as well. Wonderful. Spacing. Hit, move, hit, move. You see? Hit, move, hit, move. That's what you want to do. That's spacing. And what's next? Well, guess what? Full clear. I have no ultimate for 40 seconds. And yeah. I might as well just take my camps. And I see what I want to do. Now I have my ultimate. I respawn all my camps. And do you see how I ping as well this objective? I'm pinging in my Jin's face. And then I'm pinging, yo, let's go for this objective. And I'm blue trinketing it to make sure I see it, you know, if they're on or not. Mid lane fighting. Oh, okay. I expected not him to dash, but do you see my damage, by the way? It's really crazy. But as well, I'm going last whisper, right? I'm going like, I'm one-shotting him, baby boy. I'm like a bum, you know? But I'm as well, of course, I'm super fat, right? Yeah. You can see here, I'm just pushing the wave. But this time, I want to take the objective if I can. But because my teammates are not on the map, I cannot. Usually what you really want to do is get a kill, get an objective, full clear, jungle track, rinse and repeat. So in this case, I'm just going on the raid. Here I was waiting for his passive stacks. And it's dead. You see my spacing as well here, how smooth it is? How hit, move. Something you have to practice. But yeah, anyway. Oh, this guy's really OP. Almost died here. But yeah, I mean, now look, 20 seconds for my ultimate. So I'm gonna look to move towards Drake. Same thing, because I'm not here on the map, I'm gonna ping my laners, yo, be careful, don't die. And as long as they don't die, I wanna full clear, make picks. Another pick. I have 13 kills, I'm in a 19 by the way. Simply because I'm full clearing, jungle tracking, giving objectives. The moment my ultimate comes up, I'm instantly using it because I'm being very efficient. And now look, I'm just full clearing, no ultimate, same thing. And after I finish my full clear, guess what? I wanna play for the auto count. And just so you know, I have 3 losing lanes. Top lane, 6-12, mid lane, 2-6, bot lane, 1-5. Like, this game is not easy, I can promise you that. But despite that, I'm just doing my best to have good map impact and making sure I just keep my fundamentals consistent. As long as I fight even numbers, and this is like diamond elo as well, by the way. And look, bomb, Q right before I land on the target. And then this is a very close one, you know. A 2 for 1 though, not too bad. Now, let's fast forward a bit. Well, they basically, well, another target here. Look, enemy team is doing the autocon here. Because I know I cannot contest autocon. They're more on it. So what do? I make a pick here. Instead of taking camps, really good opportunity to make a pick. I use my E on his... Sorry, my W on his E. He gets one shot. I continue my full clear. No ultimate, I just jungle track. This game, I'm only talking about champion mastery, okay? But do you see I'm like hovering mid lane here? When, like, if you have no ultimate, no forced play. I just see Sylas all in here. I happen to be around. Sure, I'll move. Nothing going on. I'll just go back to full clear. So here, boom. I managed to get a kill. And now I have to get a fuck out. And my teammates are as boosted as ever. We see no ultimate, I just farm. And you see how Drake's spawning in 30 seconds right now? As much as it sucks, sometimes... Oh, that's a sexy Diana. Ooh. Okay, doing some hard one-shots. Okay, look, I got 3.1k gold. Drake up in 18 seconds. If I could get a Drake right now, I would love to do so. So I'm basing here. But then I'm getting flanked from an Irelia, which I did not expect. And now I get my Infinity Edge. And okay, also you might be wondering why the fuck am I building like this, bro? I have 3 losing lanes. I had to build something crazy to 1v9, okay? Because I died, I actually did something poorly. What is something poorly I did? Do you see right now, this is the biggest common mistake as well. Jungle track. Even though I'm dead, and an enemy jungler is dead, I should still ping my laners, yo, don't fight. You see how my laners are dying here. Did they have to die? No. Could have pinged them back? Yes. And now 2 of my laners died, or yeah, 1 of my laners died. And this is not as good, you know? So even though I'm dead, look at me, I'm kind of chilling and I'm like, oh wait, why do I see Irelia running between my tower, right? Like, you really want to communicate these things. If you do not communicate, yo, play safe, I'm not there. If you die, just be careful. You don't want them to die. In this case, luckily, enemy team got cooked. But yeah, let's fast forward. Let's take a look. I come back from base and I see Sylas on the mid lane, half HP. I'm like, well, let's go. Quick one shot. General rule. This is what you really want to do. If you one shot someone, get the fuck out. What I'm doing right now, chasing someone without Q and E, is the biggest troll thing you can ever do. I'm chasing him and I die. This is a really big mistake. It's 20 seconds before Baron with 3 losing lanes. So usually, okay, before you go for play, what should you look at? It's the following, okay? Number 1, numbers. Yeah, it's just numbers, honestly. That's all. So before I even ult in here, I should be thinking, okay, who can be in their mid lane? I don't see Diana. Nami and Irelia are dead. So there can be 3. How much are we? We're like 3 as well, but yeah, my laners are not that useful. So if I was aware of this, okay, I would have not chased here. I would go back to full clear and keep up the map pressure. But because I died here, this is really bad. Why is this? Now, all my camps are respawning. And because all my camps are respawning, I'm dead for 32 seconds. You see here. And instead of me being dead, I could have full cleared my camps, instantly ult someone again. Instead, my laners died here. I didn't ping them to play safe. And this time, my laners got cooked. And this was super bad. Could I have prevented these deaths here? 100%. Even if you lose the Baron here, it doesn't matter. I could easily ping them, yo, please back. No reason to fight. This is obvious. But I was burger chilling about it this game. I was not like... I was just focusing on killing people, so I could tell you guys what to do. But yeah, this is just fundamentals, right? Jungle tracking. Something I did not do. You need a good combination of both. And then, well, I found the random Irelia. Oh, one small thing I forgot to mention as well. Get blue trinket level 9. I'm gonna go to level 9, but at level 9 here, the moment I base, I change my blue trinket, you see? And because my runes, I have the thing that gives me summoner haste on my trinket. Blue trinket is the same time as your ultimate. So it's very useful. But anyway, let's fast forward a bit. And you see here, blue trinket, I just pop it there. If I see Irelia, I'm like, okay, let's go. And then spacing, hit, move, bum. And now, well, guess what? Even though Baron is gone, okay? If you play Nocturne, that's completely fine, by the way. Because if you manage to push side lanes, right, and get tempo, if enemy team is split, you pick them. And that's what you want. But here, remember what I said? If you have no ult, no forced play. Look what I'm doing right now. I have no ultimate for 10 seconds. And did I count numbers? Enemy is 3. It's a 3v3 and I don't have ultimate. And look what happened. Surprise, surprise. I died. So, by me not following my rules, which is, you know, before ulting and numbers, you might just lose the game. Despite having a 1v9 performance, look, I lost the game here, by the way. Could I have prevented this loss, even with 3 losing lanes? 100% if I basically followed mid-game steps, right? Basically, you know, same thing. No ult is no forced play. Did I do that? Yep. Count numbers. Did I do that? Nope. So, yeah, that's it from a Nocturne guide. And I just really want to highlight, like, especially the things I explained regarding Champion Mastery, how you should think pre-6, after 6, and in mid-game. And this should help you get going on Nocturne. And let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions. I read, generally speaking, almost every comment, on my YouTube at least. And that's it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys subscribe to my channel, it would really mean a lot to me and I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, have a nice, wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. gentlemen, and let me know in the comments below in the future what other video you like to see, and peace.